I believe this thing is on. So, all right. Race 1, about to get underway. I think Tino's having some audio issues, but that's not a big deal. I think we're just going to use Apache's audio. But yeah, we'll get this going here in a moment, and should be a good one. I think Tino just restarting his game real quick. I'll just wait a moment on him. And away they should be going. All right. So, Tino, Apache, should be an interesting race. Like I said before, it's an even matchup. I think it could go either way. Yeah, I don't know about the timer. That I started the timer in the node, but it's not playing on the screen, so I don't know why the timer didn't start. But anyway, it's not that big of a deal. The timer's irrelevant because we use in-game time anyway, so at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter all that much. But yeah, similar PBs for both. Tino has been around for a couple years running this game. Apache, same as well. Apache's got a little bit of a better PB at a mid 103. Tino's still looking for that elusive 103, but both have all the skill in the world, and can definitely do all the strats. We could be seeing a surprise out of Apache tonight with maybe like swim glitch or something. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So Olga for Tino first. Looks like he gets a left side quick shot, which can be fast, and then Apache gets a standard right side Olga.
I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit. We've shared everything.
Pretty clean from Tino. Not too much trouble there. Same thing with Apache. Not too bad. So 2 clean starts out of the gate. Ideally, you want a right side Olga to start with, where she comes forward at the start. But Tino managed well. Looks like Apache might be having some dead zone issues. It's a little interesting. Not a whole lot going on here as they make their way to the engine room. Engine room, I think you'll see 2 1974 strats where you just go down at a certain point on the railing and then just roll down the stairs and trank the guard. Most players nowadays do what's called a swag strat, where you jump down in front of a guard, shoot the radio, and then skip a cutscene at the end of the engine room. These guys are from the 70s, so they're not going to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, the dead zone issue for Apache is a little concerning. He did tell me before the race that he was having some dead zone issues, but he didn't really express any concern about the race in general. So it might be manageable. It doesn't look too purty, but I think he can manage. And like I said before, both of them doing the old school strats. Nothing wrong with that. It only loses about a second. Nice little lean from Tino to take out that sensor. Clips the camera on accident. Apache just a touch quicker. And both didn't blow up the ship, which is pretty nice. So engine room is going to be something similar. There's a newer strat where you fire a couple USP shots into the guard, and it makes the last guard at the end of the hallway get in position sooner. These two are going to do a little bit of an older strat, just get up in the dude's face, and then just trank him. And both didn't get the alert, which is good. No chaos there. So guard rush can be a little bit of variance. You got 7 guards to deal with. Some people mix M9 and USP. Some people do exclusive USP. You want to use USP as much as possible because the guards despawn quicker when you kill them versus trank them. Very clean start from Tino. Apache struggling just a little bit. Yep, didn't get the guard at the back. Super, super clean from Tino. So definitely going to gain a few seconds with that. Oh, and then Apache missed some shots, and he's out of ammo. He just has to trank the last guard, and that's going to be super slow. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Clean ladder glitch from Tino. Oh, but he gets caught in the holds. No. Here we go again. More hold trouble. Like, the holds are brutal, no matter who you are. Oh, man. So the lead is to Apache currently. And Apache gets caught. And Tino, what the heck? Double game over. The holds strike again. Jeez. Come on, guys. There we go. Flick shot good. Flick shot good. All right. They're out of hold 1. Oy. Pretty much neck and neck. Tino going with the roll strat. He's going to get caught again. Lead to Apache. Oh, boy. We have seen so many people in League have these holds issues. And again from Tino. Oh, my goodness, dude. Oh. You feel for him. Like, you definitely feel for him. Apache out of tanker. Pending photos. Oh, he almost got caught again. He repositioned for the final roll, Tino did, but okay. It's still like the lead is still not that big. So, I mean, if this is a preview of what's going to happen the rest of the race, you're going to be on the edge of your seat because this is going to get chaotic. What a start. What a start. But yeah, that's why I always say, or that's why for me, I always do the hold up strat in league play unless I'm feeling really, really good because that roll strat can really screw you up. And hold 1 is just hold 1. Hold 1 can get anybody. We've seen it for throughout this year with VE events, whether it's the tournament, league, whatever. Like it can just happen. It doesn't matter. But both of them into plant now. Not really much going on here for the next 4 minutes or so until they get to Stillman in the bomb disposal section. I don't need to go over all the little details and like you've been with us for 7 weeks, most of y'all, so you all know what's going on. Just got some auto scrolls to deal with, codecs, cutscenes, good stuff that shouldn't lose you time, and I say shouldn't.
I'm under attack. Stay alert. Is there
So Apache going for the blind guard strategy, not opting to get the M9. You can get the M9 early and not really lose any time, or not lose any time at all. It can be convenient if you go for M9 Fat Man to have those extra bullets, but more often than not, it's usually just the meme to get it early.
Enable a rapid fire. Disable a rapid fire. Enable a rapid fire.
And I believe both ended Tanker on USP so they can have a menu trick in Tanker. That way you can quick equip the M9 uh, when you obtain the M9 and after bomb disposal. I know Apache does that, but I'm not sure about Tino. Got a few drop frames from Tino's end. We've seen that in League so far. He doesn't have the greatest of internet, but that's certainly all right. Yeah, so the gap right now really isn't all that much. If I had to guess, it's only like around 20, 25 seconds. So anything can happen. So I think both of these guys are going to do just a traditional bomb disposal route. I don't think either one of them want to screw with the conveyor belt like you've seen from like Plywood BMN, Platonic Guy. Um, it's more consistent if you do the traditional route, and yeah, that's what Apache's going to do, and I'm sure Tino's going to do that. Where we go clockwise for bombs instead of counterclockwise.
Fire.
Who's there?
All right, Apache dealing with his first bomb.
Requesting backup unit.
Gonna go ahead and crouch and get that good old fast bomb, save a second or so, and then deal with the guard and get away. And then Tino coming up to his bomb as well. Really not that far behind. Still very, very close, despite the many, many continues. And for those wondering about, ooh, unfortunate kick by Tino right there. Didn't trank the guard successfully, so the guard just kicked him. Um, but yeah, for those wondering what you might be hearing out of Apache's feed, we've been using Turbo for the last couple of weeks. It's actually built into vSphinx if you just edit an INI file. By default, there's a lovely woman that says enable rapid fire or disable rapid fire whenever you turn on or off turbo. That sound is customizable. We've had lots of players do custom sounds with it. You can turn the sound on or off, but Apache just has the default on. So if you hear a random woman speaking every now and then, that's just Apache turning on or off his turbo button. That way he can skip through cutscenes, codecs with ease, stuff like that. It definitely makes the quality of life a lot better when it comes to these speed runs. Now, EF Bridge, you can do a few different things here. You can pick up the Claymore Mine. You can just avoid the Claymore Mine. You can do damage cancel with the Claymore Mines. I, I think Tino will probably go for damage cancel because that's what he's known for. And then I think Apache's just going to go around and play it safe. Yep, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So about a room and a half lead-ish. Lead has grown a little bit because of Tino's bomb disposal, but still somewhat close.
Disable a rapid fire.
There's somebody there.
Tino going for it. Oh, unsuccessful. You hate to see it. You take a chance when you do that. It's not guaranteed when you go for damage cancel. That's why some runners just tend to pick up the Claymore instead. Because we actually do end up using the Claymore later in the Shell 1 core for most people. Yeah, Strade can definitely be tricky. Crawl through all these pipes, do coolant rises. Looks like Apache gets in position successfully, no problems there. Pretty clean from Mr. Smash. I've noticed he's kind of limiting the cartwheels. He's not a big cartwheel person, but I think he's limiting it a little more thanks to his dead zone issues he's been having.
Disable a
So
rapid fire.
good awareness, good call, not to push it. Pretty clean defusal from Tino as well. Yeah, the game audio for Apache is at 100%. There's not much I can do to make it louder, unfortunately. We'd like to keep the audio on the lead runner. And plus, Tino's been having some frame issues, so
Disable a rapid fire.
maybe Apache's playing with a fight stick. Who knows? Maybe you want to play different today. So Apache coming up to his final bomb of the initial 6, defusing the bomb first, then picking up the sensor. It's just a touch quicker than doing it in reverse like we did for many, many years back to the Stone Age. I actually saw King of the Bees do this in VE tournament back in May, questioned it, and then it turned out to be faster to do it in the opposite order thanks to a quicker codec.
Disable a rapid fire.
Yeah, turbo is one of those things you really have to be careful with when you're turning it on or off during bomb disposal. If you try to turbo spray a bomb, it's just gonna make a weird noise and just kind of sputter and not diffuse the bomb like very quick at all. So there's a lot of button pressing going on if you choose to use turbo. It's still relatively new. We discovered this less than 2 weeks ago. Oh, Apache, the dead zones. They're so bad. That's so bad. Poof. Yeah, I'm not sure why he's having dead zones all of a sudden, but that's a shame. Still maintaining his lead. It really didn't cost him all that much, couple seconds. I'll answer that direct question, Mac. If you're talking about strut B, it does save a quarter second. That has been confirmed. Strut B going towards Fortune. That does not save time with what Tino did.
Enable a rapid fire. Disable a rapid fire.
All right, Fortune coming up for these guys.
Enable a rapid
You want to do a punch buffer at the start, not with turbo on, otherwise you'll be in for a 30-second time loss.
Disable a rapid fire.
Ish. All right, Apache. 1, 2, 3, crouch. And then you just wait for Fortune to hit you, and then that's the setup for the fight. makes the fight pretty consistent. It's way less variance than previous methods. Yeah, Apache is usually my partner in crime, but obviously he's busy right now. Please leave a message after the beep. Tino doing his punch buffer as well. Tino will probably do this fortune a little bit different as far as what he does after he gets hit. It really doesn't matter all too much. You do have a little bit of variance no matter what you do. Yeah, the most important thing for Fortune is she shoots the forklift, shoots the lights, and shoots everything else in a timely manner without speaking extra dialogue. Okay, Apache done with his Fortune.
Disable a rapid fire.
No chaffs from Apache. All right. It's going to go chaffless, I guess. And then Tino done with his Fortune as well. So about a 25-second gap. Definitely not insurmountable by any means. Wonderful chaff pickup by Tino. That was super clean and fast.
I need help.
Understood. Dispatching an additional unit to Strat F. Don't.
Now, both of these guys will probably go for SOCOM Fat Man, Lethal Fat Man. I don't see either one of these guys doing the M9 Fat Man. M9 Fat Man is the fastest if you get proper RNG, good execution, but it is really awkward to execute at a high level. SOCOM can be almost as fast, but not quite. And it's just more consistent in general, in my opinion. Oh, failed cartwheel by Apache. He tried to go for the clear the entire staircase, but failed. All right. Slow bomb from Apache to start. All right, let's see what the fight holds. He's going to go for the newer setup. Incorrect order. You want to shoot, bomb, then shoot. Now you have to shoot him twice in the head, which is... Yeah, that's not the best Fat Man. That's not the best Fat Man. A little bit of wrong order of operations there. 38 on the timer. Not super great. Let's see what Tino gets.
Enable a rapid fire.
Tino gets the best RNG with Fat Man going south. And a 43 on the timer. That's very good. So Tino made up about 5 seconds there. At least. And gets a fast bomb to end the fight. So very clean by Tino. Definitely can claw his way back as we head to Ames and beyond.
Disable a rapid fire.
There are 11 people in league competing over 11 weeks, each competitor playing 10 games, and everybody gets one bye week. If you want to learn more, type in exclamation point. I don't even know what the command is. Shows how good I am. Exclamation point schedule. Exclamation point schedule. It'll give you all the league info, the schedule, stuff like that. So like we said at the beginning of the broadcast, this is the final week of VE League before a bye week for everybody next week. We'll be taking a week off for Thanksgiving.
Rapid fire.
Everybody will have a chance to rest up, Eat some good turkey. Failed cartwheel by Apache. And get ready for the final stretch of the season. So be interested to see if either one of them go for the Claymore B2 strat, where you lay down a Claymore in the elevator, shoot it, get an alert, and then it just keeps the elevator door open. I don't think we'll see it. Yep, we won't see it from Apache. I don't think we're going to... Well, Tino didn't pick up a Claymore because he tried to damage cancel and failed, so no fancy strats here. Just some good old 1974 stuff. Hey man, I just want my turkey. That's all I want. Like, and some time off of work. I'll take it any way I can. But yeah, the dead zones are just... They're bad. They're really, really bad from Apache, and I don't get it. I don't get what's changed. I don't know if... I don't know what controller he's using, a certain profile. I don't know.
Enable a rapid fire.
Retinol pattern recognized.
All right,
You
let's
are
see this
prepared to
Ames.
enter.
This could be a game changer.
Disable a rapid fire.
Your aims are
Okay,
just
Southeast Ames. That's pretty decent. Pretty decent. I'll rate that like a 7 out of 10. Oh, look at that Ames from Tino. Near God Ames. Northeast. We have a race. That'll gain a few seconds.
Disable a rapid fire.
That is a good old 9 out of 10.
Enable a rapid fire.
What's to go with the side of turkey? Turkey, turkey, and more turkey. Now, mashed potatoes and gravy. Some type of bread. Some type of pie. You're making me hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm not talking about this right now. I need to eat. All those Hawaiian rolls. Oh man. All right, that's enough. No more food. Come on, come on. I gotta eat dinner first. I'm just gonna leave y'all. Have you watch the game in silence? Have you watch the match in silence? And I'm just gonna go eat. So, bye. Yeah, neither one of them going for the cleared cartwheel. Clearing the stairs cartwheel. Apache failed it. Tino just didn't go for it. It's tight. It is tight now. It's an 8-second gap, according to my eye. It's an 8-second gap. Hair can be a huge difference for people. Huge variance. We've seen so many issues with Harrier. Now, I think both will go for the more traditional 5+1 Harrier. 5 shots at the start, 1 flyover shot as he's circling stretchy. It's going to be a matter of high damage, low damage. Is one of them going to get only like a 3-shot? One missed shot can cost you at least 11 seconds. At least. If you fail 5+1, that is. Or get low damage, which you can control, but you really can't.
Disable a rapid fire.
But don't underestimate these sensors. We haven't seen very many people blow the bridge up yet. Ooh, Tino, why do you do that, dude? Why do you do that? Don't know why the timer's not running. It's running on my end, but I don't know why it's not running, so. Tino. Come on. Why, Tino? Oh, man. That's now twice out of Tino he's done that. Oh, but Apache misses his shots. Hold on. It doesn't matter yet. That's only that's a 3-shot low damage Harrier. So this is actually a decent backup if Apache can execute this. And he can't. Apache's going to have at least one more shot after the die shot. 3, 4. Oh, Tino only gets 4. Tino only gets 4. Does Apache get... Apache got no die shots. I told you, Harrier sucks. Like, this fight sucks. Alright, Apache done.
Enable a rapid fire.
But that's probably going to net in time save thanks to a bad Harrier from Tino and then the continue.
Fire.
Oh, he didn't get away fast enough. He's going to fly all the way around. This is big time loss. Alright, it ends there. Could have been... I mean, yeah. Apache having some trouble. Okay, doesn't fall. You gotta be really careful of dead zones here. Right side? Right side! I love that. I love that. Good stuff from Tino there. Tino's been experimenting with the right side, and he did it in his last race, in the Discord race. Or, yeah. Whatever his last race was. But Apache gets an alert. He tried to M9 the guard, failed. Went for the backup and shooting the Cypher with the AK. Not too bad. Caution Cyphers really shouldn't matter all that much. But we'll see.
Return to your positions. Tighten security. Understood. All units exercise extreme caution.
Oh, yep, he's just going to play it safe and take him out. I probably would have went for it, honestly. I'll take getting hit twice, 3 times over that. It's still faster.
Rapid fire.
But despite all the issues from both players, really, this is still a tight race.
Disable a rapid fire.
But I'll tell you one thing. Tino has the advantage with Swim Glitch. Tino has much more experience with Swim Glitch than Apache. But Apache did tell me pre-race that if he's behind, he'll go for it. Will he dare go for it if he's ahead by a small margin like this? I don't know. I doubt it, but I've seen surprises. We've all seen surprises this league. There's the timer.
Fire.
That's a timer running. I wasn't lying. Timers were running the whole time. Y'all just saw zeros. Y'all are blind. I got good vision. So good Nikita pickup from Mr. Smash. Tries to go for the frame one out of the water and gets it. Very good. Thank you, Chu. Oh, Tino misses the Nikita. Oh, this... Okay, not a bad recovery. Not a bad recovery. But still, yeah, that hitbox can be very deceiving. The real question is Apache going to do the thing? The thing that I've talked about constantly. The thing that he has lost world record to. He did not do the thing. Congratulations, you did not kill the president on very easy, which takes 2 shots, and lose a world record to that. Very good.
Enable a rapid fire.
Fairly clean from Tino as well. A little iffy on the movement with the Nikita, but not too bad. Not too bad. All right. So for the next minute or so, we're just going to take a minute. I'm going to catch my breath,
Disable a
and we're going to wait to swim glitch. What will happen? Let's just take a minute and breathe. and find out.
I took these photos.
Disable a rapid fire.
I'm seriously about to go eat. Don't get me started with that turkey. All right. I don't think Apache would. I think Tino will. That is my call.
Enable a rapid fire.
So we'll see. Yep, nothing from Apache because I think he knows he's ahead. So that's a decent call. But Tino can really make this interesting if he gets a good swim glitch. All right, as expected. What will Tino do? Good start. Great start. No way, dude. Wow. One cycle. Little longer one cycle, but one cycle. Surfaces successfully. Didn't do what I did. Clean vamp, even with the time he's gonna lose because he has to open the door. They're even. They're dead even.
Enable a rapid fire.
This is even. This is literally even. Probably down to the second right now. It's within a couple seconds. Oh man, this is good. This is good stuff.
Disable a rapid fire.
Tino absolutely needed that and performed in the clutch. And both of these guys are fighting for playoff positioning. Tino sits in the 5 hole right now. Apache's in the 7 seed. Tino has 3 wins. Apache only has 2. So Apache loses this race, it could be a long road to the playoffs. If Tino wins this, he'll be in great shape to make the playoffs. So this is a big game for both.
Enable a rapid fire. Disable a rapid fire. Enable a rapid fire.
All right, so Tino's gonna have to open this door because he did swim glitch. So we'll see what the margin really is now. So, yeah, Tino's in front. It's a second or two. That's it. It's like nothing. Yeah, it's like 3 seconds. I don't know what their delay was starting, but yeah, this is even. Could this be the night we see an overtime match where we go to an overtime and go to tankers?
Disable a rapid fire.
Nice frame one. Apache's been getting those frame ones. Those are huge. Those save a lot of time. What? Select? Why you press select? What is that? That's they're almost in sync. Within a second, they're almost in sync. That little hiccup from Tino with the select. I don't know what that was. Okay. I was holding my breath with Apache there because of the dead zone thing. I don't know where he's yeah. I don't know what are the bad dead zones. All right, Emma bumps. Wow, no Emma bump from Apache. That's going to cost him a few seconds. Weird. Weird. Okay. So that gives Tino a slight lead. Right, and now we come to everybody's favorite section. After we clear Strudel. All right, they take out both guards successfully each. The sniping section, the ultimate test of any true warrior of very easy PC. Hardest section of the game by far. Probably the most exciting section in the game by far. Mostly just because you get a beautiful view. But yeah, not a whole lot going on here. Basically, you don't want Emma to fall. If Emma falls, you lose about 7 seconds. She tends to fall when you zoom in or face her. Or if you let the guards see her or ciphers see her. Oh my god, no, Tino, no, don't do that. Come on. I don't need that in my life. I don't think anybody needs that in anybody's life.
This is Snake.
Oh my. So while we have a couple minutes, I do want to remind you, you are watching Very Easy League presented by Metal Gear Speedrunners. This is an 11-week, 11-player event. Each player plays 10 games, and at the end of the 11 weeks, we will have a playoff to determine a champion. The last league day will be January 7th. Top 8 will make the playoffs. Then we'll have 3 weeks of playoffs to determine a grand old champion. And I do want to remind you about a special event that is coming up on the channel called Metal Gear T, Tactical Espionage Affiliation. The channel is going affiliate. We will have emotes and all kinds of fun stuff the weekend of December 4th. We'll be having a marathon on December 4th and 6th and a relay race on December 5th. If you want to learn more, you have some links there below for the relay race and for the marathon itself. Should be a pretty fun time. And I'm doing as much as I can to try to not look at the screen and what Tino is doing. So, yeah. 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 I'm not hungry anymore. How about you? Disturbs a good word. We do not need that as an emote. That will not be an emote on this channel. You can take that out the front door. No thanks. I'm getting a report that Emma fell for Tino. Is that true? I was doing my little announcement spiel and didn't hear that. If that's the case, that's pretty significant for Apache. Okay, okay. Joe says yeah, but okay. Interesting. Not too much longer for these folks. And then we'll be on to end game. Good old end game. Oh my, no, 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 no. If I could hide his feet, I would. Come on. Hey. All right. We're going to be finally out of this mess that is sniping. All right. Vamp 2. Apache. Safe zoom. Done. Much faster from Tino. So gap is about 3 seconds. 3-second gap according to visuals on the screen. This is incredibly tight. Watch out for Apache in his dead zones here. Watch it. Decent extra cartwheel from Tino. Okay. It's avoiding the cartwheels, which is good. All right. Looks to be out of the bridge safely. No problems. Same with Tino. And on to endgame we go. Oh, Apache. That alone is going to tighten it up even more. It's a 1-second gap. 1 second we go. Wow. Very, very tight. Very, very tight stuff. Any save bosses? Nope. Nope. All right. What a race. So many ups and downs, so many mistakes, so many questionable things, so many disturbing things. Like, just weird. Just weird.
High concentration of cerebral implants. Have they altered your memory too?
Still got a lot of game left. Got Jejunum coming up. You can lose a ton of time there. Got Tengu 1. Can give you trouble-ish. Not so much on VE. Tengu 2 has some variants. Raise if you're not careful at the start. Solace, you can have some, especially with dead zone issues. So we'll see. It's really going to come down to the IGT. Which all matches do go to the in-game score screen. No matter if the margin is 1 second or 10 minutes. So the IGT will determine the winner. And if tied, we go to overtime. To gentlemen we go. Tino slightly in front.
Is there somebody there?
You wonder if Apache's going to play it safe and go around, even though the margin's razor thin. Especially with his dead zone issues. I think he'd eat the couple seconds. And just go around. No, he's going to risk it. And Tino had to walk on the guard. Excellent from Apache. Did the punch and everything. All right. They cleared the gap. Apache is going to get shot twice. 3 times. So yeah, it's going to cost some time, but still super close. Yeah, just answer your calls in a timely manner. Be sure to swipe the sword as soon as you get it. And there won't be any time loss, really. But man, I hope you guys have enjoyed this race as much as I have. This has been a treat. This is roughly what we expected from these two. This is the definition of 2 even players. Yeah, Apache's got a much better PB board-wise, but yeah. Doesn't matter. I think Tino lost a second or 2 because he did not swipe the blade right away. I think his turbo was stuck. So Apache's probably going to be in front. Because you have to swipe the blade once to start a 45-second timer. You don't swipe the blade, you're in here forever. Who's going to fade out first? All right, Tengu won. Slight Tino. 1 second, really. Bad menu. Okay. Tino good. Both great skips. Dead even. Dead even. Oh, bad menu from Apache. Okay, Tengu 2 can definitely have its variants. They're both going for the Baswick setup. The more consistent setup. Apache had trouble at the start. Both are managing okay. Like, if it's even coming out of Tengu 2, then this has a great chance of going to overtime. What a race. What a race. What are you doing, Apache? Why are you going away from the spot? He's trying to improvise and do everything he can. Snake's getting lit up too, like absolutely lit up. Look at the health on Snake. Like, it's so bad.
It came as a complete surprise.
I've never
when
seen
discovered the
I've never
S3
seen him like this.
W. Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the
That's the rate. That might cost him.
Solid Snake's
That's so bad.
S3 stands
It is so rare that Snake gets lit up like that, but yeah, that can happen. Wow. Still not over yet though. It's still close.
The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your
I don't know.
arrival.
I don't
It
know.
was
I'm
obvious
gonna.
you were among my ranks.
I don't
I
know,
had to
man.
smoke out the agent before
I don't
the
know at this
mission
point.
entered the final phase. You came in handy as bait. Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was
Let's see what
stake,
Ray's comes to.
between life and death. You ran from it, and now you've been led back to war by something less than real.
All right, we'll see Tino up first with Rays. Oh, okay. I thought he didn't get the first shot off, but all right. Leg, head. Okay, clean, fairly clean. A little Monka S on the first shot, but that's all right.
GW,
It's not too bad.
the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
Good from Apache.
I'll squeeze the
Okay.
action out of you instead, my son.
Solidus. 31. I'm going to try to get a gap. I think it's around 12 seconds.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't
The
know
gap
anything.
sits at
It's not him I want
about
to
15 and a half seconds. So it's not inconceivable, but it's very tough. But you also have variants of IGT and RTA, so we really, unless we see some weird butchering of Solidus from Apache, we're really not going to know who wins this race until we get to the score screen. Yes, Beswick. On codec save bosses, not. I guess you could with the other ones. Yeah, you could. Not to skip cutscene, so you can't hold circle. All right, Solidus from Tino. Standard start. All right, pretty standard stuff from Tino. Apache doing his. Swipe, swipe, stab. A little fancy. All right, pretty standard for both players. Apache's hanging towards the edge. Don't do that. Don't hang towards the edge. The edge is a bad, bad place. Oh, and Tino gets knocked down. Monka gets good RNG, and that's time for Tino.
Do you remember this place?
Of course.
Better from Apache, though. Look at that. Look at the gap.
I remember now.
We don't know.
Today is the day I met
You would think Tino
That's
hold it off. You just don't know. We will find out at score screen. Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, these are probably in the neighborhood of 106s if I had to guess, but
I think I found something to pass
yeah,
along
this
to
has an
you.
opportunity to be the closest race. The closest race right now was 8 seconds between Apache
Are you talking
and
about the baby?
um Joe.
The genes aren't
It was
just
an
things
8-second
we
gap.
pass on. There are too
So
many things that aren't written into our DNA.
I don't know.
What
It's
up?
up to us to teach
Hey
that to our
Apache.
children.
Good stuff. I guess. Like,
About the environment, our
what is
It
ideas,
this
was rough.
our
race?
culture,
It was rough, mate. My
and our
controller's
poetry,
on its ass. Like, I
compassion.
kept getting like, obviously you saw all the dead zones I was getting, but I was getting like really minor ones that probably weren't obvious, and I was just moving slower through rooms, and then also like it made me not want to go for stuff, and like the
Mhm.
Harrier, the controller just wasn't moving it as I was moving it. Um, yeah, it sucked. Who do you think won?
I think Tino. I think Tino by a hair, but I really, really don't know.
Do you think the IGTs are going to be closer or further apart?
I think they'll be maybe a touch further. But we gotta keep this in mind though. Tino has had issues, uh, like inadvertently doing like print screening, but not pressing print screen because his computer lags. He's been honest with us
Yeah,
and
of
telling
course.
us, "Hey, dock 2 seconds, dock 3 seconds off me because my credits went too fast." If that comes into play, we'll see.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if anything was amiss, I'm sure he'd say straight away. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He's an honest person for sure. I have no
We've
doubt.
seen two races historically. I think two that have been RTA won, but IGT loss. And I don't think we've ever seen it on the channel, right?
No, not on the channel. It's been close, but it's yeah, we've never seen a flip. So, but this one is truly too close to call.
This race took years off my life. Like,
Oh, I bet.
controller just it's fighting the controller the whole time, man.
That swim glitch out of Tino though, he needed that. One cycle, like absolute perfection, needed that. So that was epic.
Yeah, it was good. I watched all of it. I'd have gone for it myself, but I just didn't trust my controller. Like after the way it was inputting on the Harrier, and I knew something was wrong. Do you see? Like I was doing chaffless, right? But
Hmm.
then I got some bad movement on the way, and then I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I can get the guard. I'll try knocking," and then it wouldn't get against the wall properly, and
Hmm.
so I just shot the cipher, and then I was like, "What about the second ciphers? I don't know where in the cycle I am now," so I just had to shoot them all. Like,
Yeah. B man in the chat was saying you got to shoot them all, but I don't think you should. I think you do the cartwheel, you get lit up a couple times. I think it's still faster than shooting all of them.
no, no, if I'm late in the cycle, there could be like a cipher that shoots me mid as I'm cartwheeling across it, because
I've
I'm
never had that happen under caution, but then
you're
again, it
never
just
that late
has.
in the cycle though, because I lost
Yeah,
all that time at the start of the room. The ciphers move.
yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's a safety thing. I mean, at the end of the day, well, it may have mattered, but I don't know you. So, who do you think won?
Tino, I think Tino won.
You think Tino won?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. This would be an epic flip. This would be an epic flip for sure.
Oh man, did the double call as well because I was turboed up.
Mm,
Double call for judging, and I was like, right, I've got to go risky. I think if I hadn't have had that like Snake gets caught in Tengu 2. If he's firing at a Tengu with a sword on him, and he has a guard with an AK close enough to him, what happens is he shoots the guard with the sword guard blocks, then the other guard with the AK shoots Snake, and then he begins the process again. The guard blocks him forever, and the other guard with the AK shoots Snake until he dies, and it takes ages. But if I didn't free him up there, like I knew I was losing tons of time, but if I didn't do anything to free him up there, Snake was stuck there forever. I've only seen it once before.
yeah, definitely unfortunate luck for sure. Um, I was saying I'd never seen like something like that before in a setting like this, but I don't know. It ain't over till it's over. Obviously, you can't take anything for granted.
Yeah, I mean, if we have to tie and if we tie and go to a tanker, then so be it. But I don't think my controller's up to the task.
Oh, that would be unreal. That would be a dream come true, honestly. So I want to see it at least once in league. I want to see like 7 game overs in the holds like we did. The holds were ridiculous for both.
It's not the controller; it's my I file. I think B-Man has got some ideas of how to fix it anyway.
The INI file, that's interesting. Well, we got a couple more minutes on the credits here awaiting this result. Next race on the menu is Platonic Guy versus JoJo. Platonic comes in 6-0. Joe 5-1. Two very, very good players. Platonic is actually the world record holder in this category right now. But we've seen some inconsistent gameplay from him in league play. Some of it is just memeing, but it's going to be tighter than what you think for sure. But I think at the end of the day, it would still be pretty good upset if Joe were to pull this out. But Joe's got all the tools, and he arguably has a better swim glitch, so which could come into play. PC conversion success. Just give me HDC on PC. That's all I want. Of course, the Xbox Series S performs really well with HD collection. It's I've done some preliminary testing and it's super, super nice. It's the closest thing to an HD PC port as we're gonna get.
I think I'm gonna order one of them Razer Wolverines or whatever the hell they're called. I just want like a more tactile controller.
Okay.
They're like $150 though, so maybe.
All right. All right, here we go. Tino with 105.10. And okay, he has no hiccups, so
My
there's no
fucking
deductions.
god. Are you kidding me? 105.10.
Oh! Overtime! Oh my god. Wow. It happened. It happened. Deafen yourself. Get back to your starting positions. We're going to overtime. Wow. Are you kidding me?
Tino, good luck, dude.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. That's all right. Overtime rules. We do a tanker IL and we just rinse repeat till we have an outright winner. So that's it. Whoever wins the tanker IL wins. And if we tie again, we just rinse and repeat until we have a winner. Unbelievable. I told if this was the race, it was if it was gonna happen, it was gonna be a race like this, but that's it. Wow. Gonna get confirmation that they're ready, and then we're gonna get overtime underway. And away we go. Overtime. Tanker only. Winner of tanker wins this race. Can you believe it? Everything is gigantic now as far as mistakes. Everything is critical. One hiccup, that's it. Still goes to the IGT. There's when you do a tanker IL, you still get a score screen. It still comes down to the score screen. All right. Olga could decide it. It could really, really decide it. Which one are we going to get from both? Tino traditional. Right side, but misses the shot. What was that? Left side from Apache. What is that? I'm not sure what that was.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield.
I mean, Apache with a
Conflict and
failed
victory
loop.
were my
What's
parents.
going on?
We've shared
This is going to be a head for Tino. Yeah, Tino's out. I don't know what the start was for Tino, but there's no reason for him to go in FPV. No reason for him to go in FPV. It's dumb. I'm not sure if that was an accident or what, but all right. Apache's still fighting the dead zones. He's still having issues, but we saw it in regulation where holds, and you better believe that these two are going to be under pressure when they get to the holds. So, but at this point, it is Tino's to lose. At this point. Okay, both of them are probably going to do the old strat like they did in regulation. Yeah, pretty clean from Tino. Apache doing the same thing. The other neat thing I didn't mention on with overtime, you get an extra point. Now, you get an extra point in the standings for forcing it into overtime. So the loser is actually going to get 2 points. The winner will get 3. That could come into play for tiebreakers and playoff standings, stuff like that. So whoever loses this race, they're going to get an extra point for forcing it into overtime. Okay, neither blew up the ship, so Apache keeps it close.
All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Tino Trank in the face. The gap is roughly about 8 seconds. Tino gets an alert, but takes care of the guard swiftly. No problem there. Gets the USP ammo. Apache gets the alert. Apache's going to get shot. Apache's in trouble. Gets shot a couple times. It's all right, but it's a couple more seconds. Adds up. Little trouble. This is trouble for... okay. He didn't get the guard behind the box. Apache doesn't get the guard behind the box either. Tino out in guard rush. But I think Apache might have closed it just a touch. No, he's having trouble now. All right, here we go. I'm just going to shut up and hold my breath. Okay. Tino out in hold 1. And Apache will be out in hold 1. Roll strat, so risky in a situation like this. Why? Hold up strat from Apache. Consistent. Unbelievable. He's doing it again. He doesn't care. Nice twirl. Dead zones from Apache still. This is still tight. That photo's not, oh my, that photo. That photo. I don't like the photo. Tino knows he needs it. No! My God. He missed it. It's over. Apache. 613. That's unbelievable. It probably would have been super close. That's Apache. What a race to go into overtime with. It's a shame about the end like that, but wow. That's unreal. It doesn't matter too much for scoring purposes because overtime is overtime. So overtime time isn't factored into the overall time, so it doesn't matter too much to me.
Snake, respond. Snake,
GG.
I don't know what I just saw. I don't know what I just saw. I'm gonna let Tino finish. The overtime time doesn't matter for scoring.
Yeah. He still gets
So
2 points as well, right?
he still gets 2 points. This tanker time doesn't count towards the overall cumulative IGT, but we'll let him finish.
I'm pretty
Unreal.
sure I had him anyway, right? Like,
It would have been very close if he punch kicked as soon as he hit the node, and then if he wouldn't have missed the photo, I think it may have went into double overtime. 753. All right. Well, Apache with a much needed win, I would say, but Tino does get an extra point for forcing it into overtime. Unreal. That's why we have these rules in place. So we're gonna get you guys ready for the next match. That's Platonic versus Joe. Good luck living up to that.
yo, press 1 in
That's
the chat if I won it if I absolutely scabbed it. Press 1 in the chat if I've stole this win from Tino today.
you had no business winning that. Like that was ridiculous. So wow. But hats off to you, hats off to Tino. Thank you all for watching. 2 more races to come. We will be right back.